Starseed. We are currently on day number 350. I'm not sure, but the year's almost over, so it's probably like 56, 50, 56, 57, something like that, because it's 365 days in a year. So y'all do the math. Today's date is December the 18th, 2025. Whenever this message reaches you, know it's meant for you because time is fluid. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. Today's message is going to be about cheating. If we're evolving into star seeds, we've got to understand that we are metaphysical beings. And with you being a metaphysical being, you exist on a multitude of dimensions, right? So if you exist on a multitude of dimensions, what does that mean for you personally? Well, for one, that means, ooh, my arm is, feel a shock in my arm. For one, that means not only are you here physically in front of you, in front of your person, in front of your partners, in front of the people, you have a spirit, you have your soul, and you have everything else that you are also attached to, right? So with that being said, you've got to be more accountable for your entire existence, right? So what does that look like? That may look like every single time you think of texting back that person, hey, big head, instead of just keeping it cute and just passing along and saying whoop de doo. It might be time for you to just stop responding to your counterparts' text messages, or not your counterpart, people who aren't your counterparts' text messages, right? Also, keep in mind, hold on 1 second, you guys. All right. So, outside of just, you know, like I said, outside of just your physical experience here, you also have your behind the scenes experience, your spiritual experience, and you've got to be more accountable. So, when you're not, if you're in a committed relationship with someone, or even if you're just in a relationship with yourself, being accountable for where your energy is being spent at. Because you could be sitting here talking to a man like I'm talking to you guys, and it'll just look like we're having a conversation, yeah. But when you finally understand that that conversation definitely entails a lot more than just what you're doing physically. When you get to that level of comprehension, then you'll understand why it's so important to be more accountable. So, spiritual cheating, what can that look like? That can look like carrying on a conversation too long and indulging in the vibes a little too heavily. It's cool to be polite and friendly, but there's a point in time where you know that you're going past normal things that you wouldn't do. Like if the person wasn't attractive to you, you wouldn't extend that much of yourself to that person. That's considered cheating in the spirit realm. When you have a committed obligation to someone. Understand? If you know that you have a commitment to somebody, and then you in your third eye at that, doing this shit and broadcasting it in front of other people, it's like you just said fuck spiritual accountability and everything else. So again, when it comes to your spirit activation, cheating looks a lot more complex than it used to. An example. A guy goes into Starbucks, he sees an attractive girl. She kind of having a hard time ordering. He extends himself to one, approach her and say, you know, I used to drink that drink, but my favorite drink is so and so. It'll go good with your eyes, or just my favorite drink is so and so. Just speaking to the lady in general and trying to assist her, because one, you know, you got a girlfriend, and two, that lady don't really need your help. Starbucks is there to help her and recommend and everything else. You going above and beyond, right? The part where it becomes true cheating is when y'all are both waiting for your drinks and you go over and speak to her again. Pick up a conversation with her again. And then again, like I said, you're extending yourself in ways that you wouldn't extend to a woman that was less attractive. That is considered cheating in the spirit realm. That is considered cheating. And it's funny because a lot of guys don't realize this, but women try their best to not be an open book, right? So when you're even going that far as to opening up a lady's book and turning through the pages in public, one, you're low-key embarrassing her, making her go against her morals, trying to get her to expand her mind and think differently. That's cool. But no, I do not smoke. Yeah, I'm about to do a reading soon, as soon as I'm done with my eyebrows. So, well, a lot of us are actually in the spirit realm. It's just, if you're not there yet, you're not there, but that doesn't mean someone right next to you isn't already there. Because just like there's a color pink right here and there's a color black back there, it's two different vibrations. So you can be sitting right next to somebody who's already in the spirit realm and you'll never even know it because the vibrations are just different. That's why a lot of times after COVID, people, when we got back into connection with each other, it was hard because people had elevated to different consciousness levels based on them living their own natural born lives. So what they tried to do with COVID was vaccinate people to bring everybody to have those nanobots in their body to restabilize, pretty much. Because when everybody was able to go about their own business and go their own way, then what happened? Everyone's true vibrations came to the forefront, and a lot of people were not able to go back to work because their new vibration, or their true vibration rather, did not coincide with the vibration they needed to take on in order to be an employee, or a good employee for that matter. So the nation took it upon themselves to hand out vaccinations with robots in them to help program the human mind. I do look like I got hot Cheetos on my head, don't I? Thank you for pointing that out. Is that making sense to everybody what I'm saying? Hopefully so. Okay, so with all that said, cheating in spirit, I'm getting there. Cheating in spirit looks a lot like carrying on that conversation just a little too long. And again, we catch people doing that a lot these days. Men are always in women's faces, women in men's faces, knowing they got somebody at home. Men knowing that they trying to work things out with their ex-spouse, trying to get the kids back in order for Christmas and everything else, but they still outside spreading themselves thin because they know that they only look good when they in certain people's energy. See, a lot of people don't also remember that when you're in this realm of spirits, because you might not be there, but that, again, does not mean that the person next to you is not there. they starting realizing that their spirit is decaying and starting to look a certain kind of way, they will start to hang out with people intentionally just to ride their coattails. And they usually hang out with people like themselves so that they all are doing the same thing. Now, I'm not judging any particular person because, hey, everybody's supposed to light each other's lighter and keep the party going. It's just, again, people became more aware of this because of COVID, because people got the chance to see their own vibration and see how being around other people made them actually sick or things of the sort. Because I remember I started coming around certain people and I started feeling like I wanted to throw up. Like, I legitimately started coming around people and I was like, oh nah. My stomach literally felt like I needed to throw up being around certain people. You can have as many wives as you can afford, of course. So I'm just putting that out there, you all. Be mindful of the fact that people sometimes are just your friend because you're beneficial energetically. But when it comes to that spiritual cheating, you got to be ready to hold yourself accountable. If you vibing out just a little too hard with that girl, and you know you're not supposed to be, don't get mad when you get caught up. What is what? Are we understanding what I'm saying? Are we comprehending what I'm saying? Rather, is word. You have this physical body in front of you. When you go to sleep, you have dreams, right? See, we all live in different dimensions. So, like, I could be sitting in the shower, and I tend to astral project when I get into water at night. So I'll be falling asleep in the shower, but I'll be having visions of different stuff that's going on, you know, behind the scenes. And one time I caught somebody that I used to talk to sleeping with their ex. I was in my bedroom stretching one night. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, he crossed my mind for some odd reason. And I saw another video of him sleeping with his ex. I'm like, what the heck? Dude, like, are you trying to show me this to make me jealous, or, you know? But the thing is, from what I'm understanding, is that still considered cheating? Especially if, say for instance, like, I went to go do somebody's hair yesterday, right? And the song, Hands Off Gabriella, Hands Off Gabriella, Gabriella, la la. The song comes on, right? And I'm laughing to myself because I'm like, don't nobody want to put their hands on this boy. I'm trying to mind my business and do my work and go ahead and take him back home and go on and just rest for the rest of the day. When I tell you that I couldn't control how that man reacted to me, but to my knowledge, that man had someone he was dealing with, and he still acted like he had nobody else he was dealing with. I just be looking like, you know what? Because men will swear up and down, I want to get my family back together. I want to see my baby for the holiday. I'm just like, but people probably look at me like, you said you was done with cousin. So I just want to heads up and put this out there, like, spiritually cheating is still spiritually cheating. If I can see you in spirit and you can see me and we looking at each other and you doing that, And then people be looking at me like I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm like, child, I turned it down. I said no. But I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. We all are humans with needs, but I just don't want to be the reason somebody cry at night. You understand? Because I've been that person before already myself. I've been there. It's not a fun place to be in. When you think you're working on your relationship and the whole time someone's building one behind your back, people can potentially get pregnant, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Excuse me. Now let's define the different ways you can get caught cheating in spirit. Because I, as a woman, can tell someone's cheating on me or sleeping with somebody else while they're dealing with me. One way is through visions, through dreams. Another way is through just vibe checking. Like, I can channel, so I can literally jump in somebody else's body and know what vibrations they got going on in their body. And I'm like, oh, that feeling feels familiar. I remember when I used to feel like that. What you doing over here, cuz? What you doing at her house? Thirdly, clear audience. I've heard people having conversations about me when I wasn't even in the house. Like, it's like they were living in my brain or something, and I could just hear them having a conversation about me. Like, why she not home yet? It was the weirdest shit ever. No, it makes it easier to pick my nose. Thanks for asking. When I used to wear wigs, oh, it just was an experience of wearing another person's hair. It really wasn't that deep. I mean, but I don't do that anymore. Does anyone have any questions regarding this topic that they can ask? What's it like to have such a pretty head? What do you mean by that? Ooh, so much shimmer. I did not go to makeup school. In hair school, they teach you how to apply makeup. Yes. I see what's going on now. Holy shit. Where's Komodo? And for the guys, I mean, do y'all not consider texting someone and vibing out with them to be cheating? Like, because I've heard that that's not considered cheating, but I feel like if if the other party don't know, then it's cheating. Do I have a boyfriend? Why did I just hear somebody say yes? No, I do not. I headed to my living room to go do hair. Alright, I think that's about it. I don't really feel like putting on makeup today. I really feel like being lazy and not putting anything on my face, but I want to be around clients. If you're watching porn, is that considered cheating? To a degree, because depending on how spiritual and aware you are, you can literally tap into the person who you're looking at energy and have a whole entire sexcapade with them. You can't what? What's going on? You've been on my live before, Mr. Well. See you. Ooh. I don't recall. What's so funny? Okay, just had to clear up my thoughts for a second. What am I tripping about? Y'all asking all around the like, no. It seems to me like nobody has any questions. Having you, I didn't even welcome you into my house. So I'm like, y'all niggas be a fucking mess. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, something don't feel right. Somebody in my shit playing around. Yeah, that's the only thing about going live. I'm about to start pre-recording these videos and stopping lives. Y'all fucking it up for everybody else. Cause y'all be doing too much. Cause what make you think I want to do all that? It says change, don't complain. All things are legitimate, permissible, and we are free to do anything we please, but not all things are helpful, expedient, profitable, and wholesome. All things are legitimate, but not all things are constructive to character and edifying to spiritual life. Corinthians 10:23. People complain about stress, but some people would rather complain than change. It's easy to be frightened at the thought of jumping off of life's high-speed treadmill, especially if you aren't sure what to give up in order to slow down your life. God wants you to enjoy a beautiful life with simplicity, sanity, and clear direction that only comes by spending time with Him, reading His Word, talking to Him, and listening for His response. If you are too busy to get along with Him each day, then set some boundaries in your life. Say no to whatever is keeping you from starting your day with God. Is your dominant clairaudience. My dominant clair is clairvoyance, clairsentience. Yeah, that don't make everything good for me. I actually don't like that. See, let me cut the music for this. The topic of this video was spiritual cheating. How can you spiritually cheat on someone? How when you become metaphysical, cheating is considered to be a thing. Because if you're upholding a relationship with someone, even if it is just vibing it out with people, if your partner not cool with it, then it's cheating. Now, moving past that, y'all say that y'all want to copaesthetically get things together and make things comfortable for people. A lot of women have been sexually assaulted and mistreated since they were children. So the last thing they want is another nigga's dick up in them, whether it's spiritually or physically. You know, yesterday, I didn't want to have to admit this online, but yesterday after I did someone's hair, I'm like, you know, I was thinking about getting jiggy with it, nah. But at the point where I said, let me not go, let me not pick this person up in the middle of the night, let me not do this. But you know, you want your hair done, I'm gonna go ahead and just do your hair. The person then says, oh, okay, but can I get this? Can I get that? I'm like, nah, I'm just charging my phone, then I can take you back home. I'm good on that. I'm good. Then it turned into, well, just do this. I'm like, you know what? If it'll make you shut up, here. They proceeded to finish. It got close to me. They laughed. All right. But then past that, I'm putting my clothes on. Oh, no. Why did Oh, because the stuff got on me. I took it upon myself to change my clothes, and they took it upon themselves to come up in here in this space. This is this space right here, and just, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm getting pulled by the hair. Okay. Some people think that was like some sexy role play. That wasn't no role play. Like afterwards, I started crying in the bathroom. I did. I was crying like shit. People think shit like that is funny, but because it's happened to girls so much, in real reality, girls like me, it's happened to us so many times, we become numb to it. So they say, well, why didn't you just call the police and kick him out? It's happened so many times. At some point, because nothing's ever done about it, you just kind of just be like, whatever. So no, it's not funny for us when we sitting here getting a fucking headache and women can't control their sons. Like I try to tell my son all the time, keep your dick in your pants, stay out of other people's houses. I don't know what y'all men got to do or who taught you how to be with what. Cause I don't know if for men y'all think that it's a cool thing to like get as many coochies wrapping around your wee wee as possible in spirit so you can feel pumped up and charged up for the day. But I teach my son to keep his dick in our house. I teach my son to keep his dick in our house. So when I see other people's children, sons, swinging their fucking dicks around, yeah, I'm gonna smack the shit out of your kid in spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him upside his third eye, because why the fuck is his penis in my house? When you get to a spiritual level of understanding and a cosmic level of stuff, your son is wild. He needs to keep his dick to himself. And if you don't realize that that's what the beef has been between me and him all this time, then you're not even paying attention to your own kid. So yeah, this started off about spiritual cheating. And is it cheating if you are vibing with someone else and you have a husband or you have a spouse and stuff like that? But we got to also think about the spiritual aspect of it, because just because you can't see him physically doing it don't mean he's not doing it. Every single day, every single morning. Even when I first moved in here, I'm like, why I keep falling asleep every morning? Like I can't never get up. It feel like somebody whacking me upside my damn brain in my third eye every fucking morning. What the fuck is that? I don't even know who's what. I didn't see him. But the first day my son come here, my son sitting here in the bedroom. He trying to get comfortable. I can feel his shoulders hurting real bad. I feel it in my spirit. My shoulders hurting bad. Ever since I moved to this neighborhood, my shoulders ain't been nothing but achy. My back ain't been nothing but achy. My hips achy. The whole body it's just achy. Everything is aching like shit. Everything hurts on my body ever since I've been in this neighborhood. I've lived in plenty of neighborhoods and never felt like this. So people need to take fucking accountability. Whether it's physical or spiritual, your son's dick is all over the place. You need to get control of it. You need to wrap it around his leg and put a damn chastity belt on him, because I'm tired of it, honestly. I already got to deal with this grown-ass little boy who damn near it feels like his life depends on me making sure he is some kind of pleased, because he be acting like he can't fucking breathe like Squidward and SpongeBob. I don't need it. I need it. But then you got your baby running around here doing the same. No. Hell no. Put a damn belt on that. I tell my son all day, put that in between your legs. Put a little belt on. Cover yourself up. You ain't got to be like that. But culturally, maybe it's different. Maybe in other people's culture, it's, run around, throw it in a circle. Only reason I'm smacking him upside his head, because I'm like, bro, if you don't stay out my house, why are y'all so worried about what I'm doing sexually in my house? If you come here and you trying to protect me, you don't have to put your wee-wee in me spiritually to protect me. You can look through the floor. If you got spiritual goggles, you can look through the floor and help protect somebody. But again, when it comes to spiritual sex, spiritual relations behind the scenes, a lot of us forget that you have to be held accountable for what you do behind the scenes and what you do on the scenes. Is the point that I'm getting at. Well, for your daughter, you better be making sure you're protecting her with a JJ, because just because she's young don't mean that men ain't trying to get up in there. Okay. My sister has a daughter. I'm always seeing it, like, I'm just imagining taking a golden zipper and putting it on her cooch and just zipping it shut to just give her some kind of privacy, because she's 2 years old and sometimes you don't even know why your kid crying. It's because there's a bunch of grown ass men hiding out in a toddler's vagina. Us women are domestically conditioned to being sexually assaulted our whole entire life. It doesn't matter if she's 3 months, she has a womb. She has a portal in between her legs. You see all these things, these are swirling portals in everyone's body. If you're born, if you're alive, even if you're dead, you still have all of those portals open to be entered by people. People think that it's just children. They just having fun. No, my state of consciousness is not wild, because even now because for the family, let me get y'all to understand something, right? I'm a spiritual advisor as well. For the family, there's one vagina, and for the family, there's one penis. It might be different faces to it, but for the entire family, there's one vagina and one penis. The feminine essence of the family is a womb, and the masculine essence of the family is their crown, their headspace. Okay, those two things come together and create the 8-pointed Merkaba when it's 3D, 6-pointed star when it's 2D. Right? So at the point where if I zip up my niece's hoo-ha, I feel mine close up. That lets me know that me and her are connected way deeper than just us being related. If I take a zipper and I zip into my mom's and I feel a closure on my hoo-ha, that means me and her are connected way deeper than just on the skin surface. If you want to protect a woman and you connected to her, zip your shit shut. Why am I touching? I'm not physically, I'm talking about in spirit, just imagining her having a closed portal. Oh, you need to keep your portal open. It's the portal of creation. Oh, everybody just fucking horny and nasty. It's burning demons on the face of this planet that don't deserve access to heaven. That's why they want everybody else to keep their vaginas open, because they don't have a safe space. They want yours to be open to live in it. If you don't understand, you won't understand until it's time for you to understand. But if you do understand what I'm talking about, I had this dream where I was fighting off this female. Last time I woke up out of a dream, I went to the toilet, then got back in my bed, and I lied back. A black entity came off my chest and never came back. I had a dream recently where two girls with red hair were jumping me, and I had to beat their asses separately. And I woke up this morning and I felt like I was getting knocked upside my head. And then I started closing my eyes. I could see everybody, little ballerina spinning around, knocking me upside my head, trying to fight me. Because it's like, oh, how dare you fight this person? He's a popular person. We love him. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes you support people that do really fucked up shit. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but the only reason I ever put my hands on anybody is because I keep on telling you, I have a boundary, stop crossing it. 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 My whole entire life, I've never had control of my sexual anatomy or entity. So for the fucking first time in life where I feel like I can control what goes in and out of my vagina, get the fuck out of it. Because I need some time to heal, because I've been through some fucked up shit. So give me some time to be alone and not have you swirling and doing pumpy, burpy, Humpty Humpty in my vagina. Spiritually, I don't want you in my space because I need to heal. And then people, men, boys, just think, I'm gonna work with him because he got power over her, and I don't like her power over me. So I'm gonna just work with him, and we gonna put our man energy together, and we gonna hump her until she can't wake up, till she's fucking senseless and brainless. And I'm gonna keep on, and then I'm gonna tell my mom she's doing something to me, and my mom's gonna, and it's like, get your nasty ass penis away from me, little boy. I'm a 32-year-old grown woman. I don't want to be sexually connected to nobody's child. I hold space in my womb for my child because I'm pregnant with him until the day I die, until the day that he gets married and finds another woman to take him into her womb as his next home. That is it. My son lives in my womb until the day I'm in a tomb. Okay? I don't need any extra men living in there because I already got somebody who want to keep coming in here that I don't want to live in here. I died for the second time on Thanksgiving from drinking. I was trying to drink the pain away and drunk myself to death. Woke up from that, and since waking up, I've been like righteous for real. God's great. I had a friend that literally was just like they overdosed. You know, I didn't come on my period on Thanksgiving. I was supposed to come on my period on Thanksgiving. My brother's birthday was on Thanksgiving. He didn't say happy birthday to me on my birthday, which was 5 days before Thanksgiving. He didn't come for Thanksgiving. He was gone. I haven't seen him since. I don't even remember when. So am I going to come on my cycle? I don't know, because I didn't, it just disappeared. Then I had a dream that my sister took all the food and everything off the table for Thanksgiving. I kept having this dream of her being at the table, and it was a dark space, and she was at the head of the table. And I never understood the dream until I had the dream recently about her coming to Thanksgiving and taking all the food off the table for herself. The whole entire time I was homeless, I would go shower at my grandmother's house, and she would steal my spiritual gifts. Anything that I knew how to do, a golden swirl above my head, my crown, my ring of fire, but my ability to channel my fire around my cosmic entity, my womb space, everything she stole from me to give to her daughter, my niece. I get it. I get it. Well, my brother, long time ago, he stuck a bobby pin into the wall and got electrocuted damn near to death. All the power in the house went out, and I was there with him, and my sister was the one that told him to plug it in. My sister still lives at that apartment. My sister was born a preemie at 1 pound 3 ounces and has always walked on her tippy toes. Would you believe me if I told you that people have been spiritual since they were children, or spiritual since they were born, and they never really had to go through ego deaths because they've already been living in spirit their whole life? So they don't even know if their life is real, so they just go out into the world and just do evil, malicious shit because they never actually had to grow up. They always were children, and they had a death at the age of a child, so they don't have the mind of an adult who's been conditioned to physical norms. So the way that their mind thinks is just survive, because kids just play games all day anyway. Fish market? No, I actually smell like a baby, honestly. Would you believe it if people were like, I know that y'all probably don't believe it, but it's like it's people out here who have been in their electric light body, spirit body since they were children. So a lot of us don't even respect children and their authority over us, thinking that we're older than them. Whole time they've been spirits. They were born as spirits. They never actually went through a death in this life. They've been just reincarnating through different people. Like my son, his grandfather passed away right before I had him. He has his grandfather's middle name. That's why he always was an old man. Like he'd been talking since he was like 1. I don't do that. Like he's been very much an adult his whole life. So back to the main topic, cheating in spirit. Is it just as accountable as cheating in the physical realm? I would say yes, because there's some people who've never even really experienced the physical realm. They've always been in spirit. So if you are out here and you know that you got a connection with somebody spiritually, like if I'm sitting here meditating and I'm seeing through my third eye, you over here with her at her house. Why are you coming over here to come sleep with me? Because it's like people like to pull energy out of me. It's like I'm like an energetic bank. And they just come over here and they like, I need that energy. Like the way that this boy sounded when he put his penis in me yesterday. It's just what I needed. I was like, what the fuck was that? That shit sound like a fucking demon, okay? This shit sounded horrible. So after finishing doing his hair and that happened, I just ran in the bathroom. I just cried it out. But then after I cried it out, I was like, you know what? This didn't happen so many times in so many different lives that I've lived, since I know that you can't die. You just keep on going through it over and over and over again. And people who are dead to us in this realm are just on a higher dimension. They travel even further into their light frequency than us. Because I can go to sleep and go to my great grandmother's house and go see her still. You see what I'm saying? Like astral projection is a real thing. I didn't go back to him. I told him to come to get his hair done. Because last night when he asked me to come over, I said, no, I'm not picking you up. He came over to get his hair done, and I grabbed me by the back of my hair and took my pants down. Y'all keep saying someone went back, but it's like the person came to get their hair done. I said, let's go home. Let me take you home. I don't want to go home. I want to get my dick sucked. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. I don't want to do that. I'm just charging my phone. I'll just take you home. I don't want to do that. Can you just beat my dick? Sure. I could do that for you, but I'm not. I really don't want to. Here. Okay. Then I thought to myself, I'm like, you don't even want my energy. You don't even want me. You want this girl and this girl. And he said, yeah. He said it. He admitted. Because as soon as I said their names and their energy came through, boom. That's all he needed. He just uses, like, I'm a channeler. I can channel any woman's energy. So if I just think about these people while he's doing what he's doing, it gives him access to their energy again. And he knows that. He like kind of uses me as like a hotspot Wi-Fi router to like route to like other systems. And when I started to really understand that, I was just like, I think that's what made me cry, because I feel like those women probably cried because they prayed him out of their life and they pushed him away. And then I gave them access. Or I gave him access to them again. And it wasn't even my intention. I don't think I'm Erica Badu, but she did come to me in a dream. She's come to me in plenty of my dreams, actually. We do have the same life path number 1. In your spine, your chakras are located in your spine. And in African culture, on your sternum and down your front of your stomach to your belly button. I'm not. It's just like, I know that his money don't come through unless I give him attention. And because all the men in my family threw me to the wayside when I was homeless to him, they pretty much gave me to him. So I feel bad, because I know in spirit he really want to go be other places. But all his information is stuck with me, because when that full moon happened and all those planets aligned in a straight line, you were supposed to make a permanent decision on where you wanted to be at when we had that happen. And he ended up being with me at a hotel. And it was so bad because his phone wouldn't even go through. Like his phone literally had no way to get through to his actual family. So I had to like draw the circle and connect it and like get him in there, and then finally it went through. It's like I am the link between him and his family now. Because he somehow decided to come with me to a portal with me. I'm just like, why would you come with me instead of go there? If y'all understand quantum physics, then you would understand how real this is. If you understand spirits and astral projection and how you can leave your body, but if you haven't gone there yet, then this conversation isn't for you. It's not in my head. This is stuff that's talked about on the internet widely. They have the Gaia study. People talk about aliens. The news talks about aliens. This is not something like you can Google everything I'm talking about. I'm not saying something that's ridiculous or crazy. This is all stuff that you can go ahead and look at on the internet. So yeah, I do believe that spiritual cheating is still cheating. Yeah, Gaia, which is known as Mother Earth as well, but it's definitely Googleable and researchable. Plus, my mother works for NASA, and quantum physics is just spirituality explained so that you believe it because white people said it. But when black people say y'all think we're schizos, but if a white person tells you, oh, we saw aliens because we were in space, and what if space is just astral projection? Y'all don't be thinking clear. Like if a white man say it with a suit jacket on and a white coat, y'all believe him. Oh, Dr. Jose Epstein said it. They said it, so it must be true. He has a college degree. He said it, so it must be true. This black girl said it in her closet, so she's crazy. Science is nonsense because science is just an explanation of spirit and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred, and there's no actual explanation of energy because energy, if it never dies, then where does it go? Exactly. It transfers, exactly. That's why when you get really happy and you go around a bunch of sad people, they get happier and you get sadder. You go around a bunch of dead people like that. Oh, I'm dying. Come on, suck my dick back to life. Come on, give me some of that good energy. I've had plenty of men. To this day, their energy will not leave me alone. Come on, I need some of that euphoria. Come on, man. I need that touch. Come on, man. I'm about to come book and get my hair done, man. I need you. I need you, man. And I just be looking like blink, blink. People get locked into your portal. And you become the main source of energy. And for some odd reason, people just can't get enough of. It's like when people meet me, it's like I'd be the best they ever had. And it's like, it's weird because I don't even be trying to do nothing. That just means they know who gets it for the next to nothing. No, that means for some odd reason, my system was set up like that. Like I be trying to close out the gates, close up the river, close up the reservoir. But it's like everybody want to get attached and reopen it up. It's like, I don't want you to open my shit up. It's just like, I don't want people attached to me. Certain women, I don't want attached to me because they don't keep their shit closed because they either already have a husband or something. Stop complaining about having good pussy and good head. I'm sorry, I'm going to complain about it because it's like when you want to take it back, niggas, they're the psychopaths and I'm looked at as a schizophrenic. A man comes into my house and gets his hair done and asks to get his dick sucked. I say no. He like, can you just beat my dick? Come on, man. You already know what time it is. You know how I am. You know what I need. Okay, here. Leave me alone. Like, because you're not gonna give me what I want. So leave me alone. Okay, you know what? I'm riled up now. You know what? It didn't work because usually after we do it, I feel like this, but I don't feel like that because of something. So I need more. All right, now I'm about to go ahead and come bum rush you while you in the closet getting yourself together because I just nutted on you. Now I'm going to sit here and pull you by the hair and stick my dick in you. And I'm considered to be a schizophrenic. And he's not a psychopath. Like, what the fuck do y'all be talking about? Well, you keep letting him around you. The boy... When I say I get responsible for people's spirits that I don't really want to be responsible for. And even if I block them, I gotta go change my phone number. You know how many times I've changed my number this past year? Do y'all know how many times I've had to change my phone number this year? I've lost out on clientele and money because people can't contact me no more because my number's changed so many times. I'm losing out on old connections and old relationships that was like A1 day one because I changed my. I've been trying to get in contact with you all summer, but I kept calling your number. It wasn't going through. Then we got a Hispanic dude with a loud ass car. They spiritually can talk to each other. So he come through. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I need access to somebody. Y'all open up y'all portals around here. Y'all know what time it is. Big Daddy coming around to collect. I got work to do. His girl be sitting in the house. And the crazy thing is, I've been astrally projecting over there for so long. It's like, I could call the cops. I mean, I already have a case out on him. And they told me I could file charges to get him locked up because I already gave them his DNA because he did this shit before. Come on, bro. You know what I need. And then you get it. That's just what I need. Like, what the fuck, boy? Why are you talking like that? And it's like, I don't mind. It's an honor to be able to be the life source for somebody. But the issue that made me really cry is like, I could give you all this and bring you back to life, like literally. And you still will take that same life that I gave you and just use it to disrespect me and tear me down and attempt to pretty much kill me. Attempt to possess other people's minds and convince them that I'm the problem and try to get them to kill me. This happened in the physical. Jesus loves me. I know that, but you go to church all day. The church, the same thing. Come on, open that up so we all can have access. All right, you've paid your dues to the church. Now we're going to sit here and protect you. But if I call the cops, the thing is, I know how it is with my son's father being locked up, right? Even though I know he did that shit because I dreamt about it long before he did it. With him being locked up, that damages the relationship between him and my son, regardless of how I feel. If I lock that boy up, even though his baby mother already got a 2-year restraining order, it's not going to stop. I'd be more wrong to do that and separate that family when they had the potential to, because maybe he don't do that to her. What the fuck we supposed to do? Nothing. I'm talking about spiritually cheating. Look, I talked about spiritual cheating. And y'all think that shit was funny and niggas was knocking me upside my head. And I said, you know what? I need y'all to back the fuck up because honestly, I ain't do shit to nobody. This is what happened. So I really am not in the mood to be getting knocked upside my head all day. Not to mention, then he called, can I get my YouTube checks into your Cash App? Huh? It'll go from fuck you, I hate you, bitch, I want you to die all year long. It's all your fault that I can't be around my kid because I chose you instead of the right choice. I'm like, but the whole time I was telling you to go make the right choice. What are you talking about? Since the first day, this is the thing. I come around people and give them the good guidance. I say, you need to go do this. You try to come sleep with me. I say, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't stick your dick in me. Don't do it. I'm telling you, I'm your consciousness telling you don't do it. It's not the right decision. Don't do it. Don't do it. Then you feel like, oh, shit. This is something different. Yeah, this is spiritual pussy. This is different than regular pussy. I'm a whole soul connected to God. I already ascended and went to heaven. I just decided to come back because I got a kid. This is different than that regular pussy. Yes, yeah. I don't have to do Kegels to impress you. It's energy. As the book stated this morning, I don't know if y'all listened to what it said. Let's go ahead and reread it real quick. Because you said, why did I let him do it? It says, change, don't complain. All things are legitimate, permissible, and we are free to do anything we please, but not all things are helpful, expedient, profitable, and wholesome. All things are legitimate, but not all things are constructive to character and edifying to spiritual life. People complain about stress, but some people would rather complain about change, or rather complain than change. It's easy to be frightened at the thought of jumping off life's high-speed treadmill, especially if you aren't sure what to give up in order to slow down your life. God wants you to enjoy a beautiful life with simplicity, sanity, and clear direction. That only comes by spending time with Him, reading His Word, talking to Him, and listening for His response. If you are too busy to get along with Him each day, then set some boundaries in your life. Say no to whatever is keeping you from starting your day with God. So it just said you can do whatever the fuck you want to, but that don't mean it's gonna be right. You can do what you want to, but that don't mean it's gonna help your spirit. You can do what you want to. You can do what you want to. I hadn't had sex with nobody for over 9 months. I was in the right. I didn't do nothing wrong. I let people know about my status. I wasn't in the wrong. I'm sitting there just like, okay, I mean, if this what you really want to do, are you sure? Like, you really want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Okay, you shouldn't do this. But even after that, I'm like, you should really work on that relationship back home and get that together. That would be a better choice for you, I believe. Based on what you really want, I think you should go that direction. Oh, I'm herpes positive. So I'm like, I think you should go in that direction. I think you really want to be over there. Like, I really think you want to be there. And then she was playing with him via text message. She's, oh my God, why are you texting me? Ew, ew, ew. I'm like, she just doing that because she in her ego. I used to do the same thing to my baby father when he first started texting when he came home from jail. She just doing it because she's in her ego. She really wants the family to work out. Yeah, I'm clean, of course. I actually sell capsules to help heal from the herpes virus. So, yeah. So I'm just, I come on here not to expose nobody. This is why I don't tell y'all nobody's names. I don't put nobody's personal Instagram pictures up or nothing like that. I don't be blowing nobody's spot up because it's not about them. It's about the information for you to learn from it and take it into your own life. It's not about who it was, when it happened. It's about the fact that it did happen and I survived it and I give you guys the information. This is why I tell my business, tell my life story, tell what's going on. That's why I don't name drop. Appreciate that. It's probably because I'm sitting on top of my own back right now. So I can't really feel what you feel. But I'm just sitting on top of my own back. It's like it's a different version of me that you're meeting. I'm like in this version of me up here. Meanwhile, you meeting this version of me down here. So, you know. It's like if I put another black man in jail. Oh, yeah, I do have pain. If I put another black man in jail, right? And he can already astral project to my house. He can already astral project up and down the streets. Like I literally be in the bed. I could hear when when his spirit enters my house. I could hear the wood around my window creak every single time. So for me to put him in jail wouldn't really change much of the access that he would have to me. And it will bring another black man who actually, when he's not lacking the energy, because I mean, it's like this. A person has diabetes or cancer. You know that you have the medicine, the specific medicine that will help this person carry on. You are the one that has it. Nobody else has it. Yeah, you're probably right though. You're the only person willing to give him the medicine he needs. Not to mention, this person also lives next to the KKK. It's a black man, right? So it's a black man already living next to the KKK, pretty much like the Dave Chappelle, yeah, pretty much like that, and living next to a certain area. It's like that whole area just screams death or ending of my life. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you KKK and a funeral home on the same block, and the police. That's kind of steep. Down the street, his neighbors. So it's like, that might be a man, but y'all gotta understand. Imagine being a man living next to a bunch of men that hate you, that want to kill you because you black. Not because you or anything else, but just because you black. So I've excused a lot of the behavior because I understand. Yeah, but they're not your next door neighbors. So you give grace. You give grace. It says communion. And this is why I do what I've done, as far as like still doing a person's hair, still helping them out, because I understand what it feels like to be shut out. Because y'all forget, when I was homeless for the last 9 months, that was the only person that called and checked on me every day. It's manipulative to think about though, because this was the only person that was calling me every single day for 9 months. I was homeless and I took showers at the boy house. He was still being an asshole back then too. Pulled me by my hair, all that crazy shit. But he was the only one calling me every day, checking on me. That's probably why he was doing it. And I'm not gonna lie, that's probably why he was doing it. Because nobody in my family was gonna give me a house to sleep in to get away from it. Even though I bought furniture for this person, did this for that person, it just, you know. But I've learned that I had to learn some lessons on how to protect myself and how to be spiritually aware. So as Erica Badu says, what if there's no such thing as niggas, only master teachers? So really this whole entire relationship was just another life lesson. So now the next lesson comes in where either you hold bitterness and hatred towards somebody, or you learn to heal and see people past that version of them. Because, like, okay, say I become the version that just gives you what you want. Do I still get what I want? Because essentially, since I was young, I always said, I want a husband and a girlfriend. So if the person that you currently with wants to also have a menage a trois, and would I still get what I wanted? Because I always said I wanted to be a sister wife. I always said that. What if justice is actually going against the system? Because just because the system wants to say, "Oh, put the man in jail because he raped you," well, I mean, aren't men always trying to rape me all day? Like, when I go to work and I say, "No, don't touch that. No, no, don't take that off the shelf. No, no, these pretty look, don't look, wait, what is it? What's the song? Please stay. I want you. I need you. Oh gosh, don't take these beautiful things that I've got." That's how I feel every day when I go to work. Men at the job, I need that. I need that. He love you. He just not growing into his manhood fast enough. His version of relating to you is based on what he feels he's supposed to do or what he thinks a man's supposed to be like with women. I know that. I know that. That's the only reason I still keep him around, because I know the boy like me. I know, because the boy has an understanding of, oh shit, we just like locked in for life. He already said it. We locked in for life. But it's like when he can't get what he wants, because I mean, he literally been alone next to these people who literally are a Negro hate group. They are a whole entire Negro hate group. They literally hate black people. These are his neighbors. These men will come to his house spiritually, and I've seen it happen, astral project, and fuck the shit out of anybody in that house. In the ass, in the throat, in the nose, whatever they got to do, they gonna do it to you. He's been sitting over there for a week by himself. His family's out of town. So when he came to me, he was like, bruh, I need help. My body, help. They done took it from every which way. It's like just back in slavery, in slavery days. Master done did what they did to your husband. What you supposed to do? Lick his wounds and get him back together, duh. You're not gonna sit here like, well, fuck you. I'm breaking up with you. Nigga, we on a damn plantation. These motherfuckers know where I live at. They know where you live at. They know where my family live at. They know how to astral project. They spiritual. They got wizards and witches that work for them behind the scenes too, that do root work. So what do? And this is what the whole entire lesson. No, this is fucking pick me. No, this is the whole lesson here. We as black people need to learn to be so fucking connected and so in unison that there's no question of what the hell is going on. I'm protecting you. Period. I might hate your fucking guts today, but I'm still protecting you. If I know how to protect you, I'm going to do it because I'm black, you're black, we're black. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they all want us dead. They all want us in jail. They all want us separated from our families. Meanwhile, they know how to get out of jail and have good lawyers. You can't connect to everybody. Now, you can, this is what I've also learned. I can be a Christian and you could be a Jewish person. We could still be friends or be respectful. Like, I have Asian neighbors. They probably practice Buddhism. I have Indian neighbors. They probably practice Hinduism. I could probably practice, I don't know, Islam, something like that. I don't have to go into their homes to see what they cook, because what they eat not making me shit. But if they keep coming into my home to berate me for my goods and my resources, I have the right as a black person to protect myself. But if it's just me, one black person, and all these other groups are floating around me, and my black people aren't standing with me in solidarity, what does that mean? What's going to happen? So my relationship was more than just a relationship for me. It was a learning lesson for the entire people who paid attention to it. So he must have patience. So teach him how to be patient with you. Yeah, he's supposed to be standing on something, but you got to be more rational mindset to teach the boy discipline the best way you know how. I do. That's why I didn't. He kept asking me to come pick him up this whole week. I said, no, you need to feel what it feels like to deal with your shit and be stuck in your shit, so you understand why I always run away from your shit. Because that's what you carry into us every single time you get up. Every time I have to pick you up, what you're feeling, what you've been put through for the last week, is what I had to feel. Every single day when I would come to you, you get to go to your family, you get to go to your mom, you can run to your step. Everybody's gone. You had to sit and just deal with your shit. And then when he had to slow down and learn, oh, that's okay. I don't really like being stuck here right now either. His car window got busted, so it's like, oh, he can't drive and just run away and escape and go to the next person's house. I probably will still end up cutting it off eventually. But you know, it's just like your kid. You don't really cut your kid off until you realize that they really just don't get it. And even still, you still pick up the phone when they call. Oh, I know. I believe I do too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe I do as well. But if my job was to come here and help people heal, I kind of gotta help people heal. So when he had to sit in that car ride with me and I just kept breaking down crying, and I'm just because my soul was just like, I can't believe this shit just happened to us. I can't believe this shit. He's like, bro, why are you crying? Like, he, for the first time, actually felt convicted by his actions. And it's not like I did it on purpose. It's like my soul literally just did what had to be done. Like, it was like uncontrollable. So he finally felt the conviction behind him just taking stuff for himself, like what it does to people. Because we're in soul world. We're that far away. I do know the source of his pain. I know exactly what his whole entire thing is. No, I know exactly what his pain is. I know exactly what it is. Yeah. I'm probably one of the only people who's actually seen certain sides of him. That's why, again, I give grace. Not stupidity, grace. Because everybody else is asking for grace too. I'm like, I don't know anybody who's not asking for grace as well. I don't know any one of y'all on this live that hasn't asked somebody for grace at some point in time in your life where you truly needed it and they still gave it to you even though you didn't deserve it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I still do what I do. I still give grace. So even though the boy upstairs is bothering me, I still be like, oh, let me see. He got that thing tied around your neck. Okay, get it out your throat. Oh, he did that to you? All you gotta do is this. I've been surviving him for 9 months. I know how he act. He just a person who, certain stuff happened to him as a young, and it's a lot of us. We grew up without a certain parent in our life, whether they were deceased or just decided to be absent. Then the parent that we were with was under financial pressure and was abusing us. And then they decided to move on to another relationship and they pretty much traded us for the relationship. So you just feel betrayed and sold off by every single person that you love. So the best thing that you can do is make something for yourself, and you'll do anything just to get the attention that you've been seeking from your own family your whole entire life. You'll do literally anything just to get somebody to give a fuck about you, to the point where you just go around telling everybody, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because you don't give a fuck, because the only way you can cope with life is to not give a fuck. Because if you give a fuck, it's going to make you cry. I don't judge. I know I can feel in his spirit he wants to cry right now again, because I know that boy way better than he think I do. Like, I know that boy way better. He knows he's destructive. He getting better. He said he was in so much pain. I can't tell y'all what he said. That's not my business to tell what he said, but people overdose on things all the time. No, man. Patrick, I don't know if you're black or not, but us black people, we got a lot of trauma that come with us. So we be needing a little extra grace. Because, child, our families had to build this country and we still treat it like the piece of shit's on a piece of the ground. Like, people come from other countries and treat us like shit. And they be black too. I'm like, do you realize you black too? No, I'm African. Or no, I'm Haitian. Or no, I'm Indian. Or no, I'm from Mali or Maui. It's like, bro, you're not white. And this is America. I'm Asian, married to a black woman. See, you got to be that gift that the black woman got from being held down by the black male. But see, as a black male, what you don't realize is a lot of the things that they go through in this world are way more pivotal than what you've had to go through as an Asian. Asians are already looked at as like, wow, you're so smart, you're intelligent. Are you going to be a Mozart? So it's a lot of pressure to be intelligent. I'll give you that. But for black people, even if you are intelligent, well, you ain't really intelligent. Prove it, you stupid ass nigga. Look at him trying to be white. Boys, sit down. Boy, go to... Boy, you ain't even smart for real. I could have did that too. Like, when we're actually smart and intelligent people, we get pushed to the wayside. When we're actually great people, we get pushed away from the crowd. Like, people never give us credit for how smart. They only talk about the bad stuff we do. So that's why even with this guy, I don't talk about just the bad stuff, because it's like, even still, this person's built a whole entire platform for themselves, became internet famous, traveled the world, got to be around the person that they looked up to, live with them in their house. They got to do a lot of the things that they wanted to do. They lived a lot of their dreams out in real life. So as much as I feel a certain kind of way, maybe it's me catching up to myself, you know? Maybe it's me catching up to my dreams and my goals. But I've been stuck in my past where it's like, I'm so worried about somebody who made a decision to choose stupidity over me, that I'm not even seeing that there's a gateway for me to go have some kind of freedom. But the person getting physical with me, because it's like, bro, why don't you understand that I'm here to help save you, bruh, before you fucking kill yourself in a situation that you don't belong in? Yes, it's not going to be exactly what you want. You can't get what you want. It's not Burger King. Because living in this relationship, it's like I'm seeing myself in the past. Like the relationship he has with his ex or his baby mother is exactly what I'm seeing with me to my son's father. How he left me for another girl, thought it was going to be better, realized how serious life was, and then wanted to come back. Because he realized I was a blessing to his life, because we have the kid together. Now, even though my son's father had another kid with the other girl too, it still's like different, because it's like she then went and had another baby, and she's like, fuck you, like whatever. And I'm still going to move forward with my life. Like, fuck you talking about? I'm not stuck. You stuck. So it's like, for me, I get to see myself and kind of counsel my son's father through somebody else. Like, tell them everything that I wish my son's father would have known so that they could be a good person to their spouse. I want to be a marriage counselor. I got to go through the thick of it. I got to understand how ugly it can get and stick it through to tell people whether or not they should truly stick it through. I have to truly understand the roots of relationship issues by sticking through things. I'm chosen to go through the worst of shit when it comes to relationships, because I want to help people get into the relationships that will help us get to our forever, our eternal now. Because you have to be in a good relationship to get to your eternal now. Because the vagina is heaven. So if you want access to heaven, you got to act right. So if I got to sit here and help hold these little boys down and get them to get their shit together, or hold them down while they get their shit together so that they can finally access support, because I've already been to heaven. I already know what heaven feels like. So if I got to sit here and continuously help these boys over and over. Did you get herpes while you were homeless? No, I got herpes when I was 17 years old in a relationship. I've had it since I was, for 17, about 13, 14 years now. I've been through it all. I'm a nigga. I understand actually everything she's saying. He asked me he asked me if I got herpes while I was homeless. Work is not going to get me into heaven. I get them into heaven by helping them do the work on themselves so they can finally get themselves their wives. That's not a marriage counselor. How do you know? There's no one definition to anything. There's no one shade of green. There's no one red shade. There's no one orange shade. Communion is the reading. Something is breached, meaning something stuck, like a baby that's supposed to be born but it's stuck the wrong way. And that's what's fogged. You can't tell which way to go, maybe. But use your fairies and your earth magic to help. You will simply unfold soon and become like a lotus flower, emerge from the mud. Wind is activation, so get into that breath work. And the ebb and flow, just go with the flow and be like the ocean. You feel something pushy like this? Just flow with it. What do you think is the biggest mistake couples make before they get married or have a child? Not becoming financially stable, independently of each other. No, actually, my hairline's coming forward. It used to actually be missing in the middle right here when I was a kid. It's actually grown forward. I'm not bothered. I just don't understand why the fuck you want to put your fucking phallus in my face and swing it around and make me go into a sleepy spell. Like, I don't understand why you would come on here doing that. Well, it's not gonna work. I see rain, purification, radiance, wake up call, shape shifting, and love and compassion. I'm gonna go ahead and just tap on up out of here now because this is getting really weird. I already been to heaven. And the message I was told to bring y'all back was this: heaven was above the mall in my dream, right? Heaven was above them all in the dream, right? So them all, heaven was above them all. But when I was in my dream, I kept being in the mall, right? And I'm like, why are we all in the mall? Why is it dark? And I asked before I went to sleep, I said, show me, spirits, who am I to the world? Like, where's my purpose? And what they showed me was me in the light, right? They're like, somebody hit me and did something to me really bad, which I guess would be like right now. They did something to me really shitty, and everybody saw. And instead of getting mad, I still was like really compassionate to them, and like it made my light brighter. And then everybody like turned around and started chasing me through the mall, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, I said, spirit, what am I? Like, what am I? Like, what's the message? Then they took me to heaven in another dream, but I was above the mall this time. I'm like, I'm looking down at the mall. I'm like, oh shit, everybody down at the mall. But I got a bunch of money in my pocket, and the money keep falling in my pocket and going down to the people in the mall. I'm like, damn it, that's my money. So I keep going down to get the money, and I keep getting up to heaven's gates, and the money keep falling when I'm about to go into heaven. And I couldn't understand it. I went outside. I was working for DoorDash when this happened, right? And I was thinking about the dream where I went to heaven and I was above the mall. And I'm like, I'm looking at the moon. And I think about how the moon could like shoot down energy to any space with geometry, like moon to. So I was like, heaven was above the mall. Heaven was above them all. Oh shit. Because heaven was above the mall in all the dreams. But then when I moved the M, My son's first name begins with an M. And it was an M. It felt like it was an M like doing this to my forehead, to my third eye, so I couldn't see. I was blocked. When I moved the M to the side, heaven was above them all. I look like my dad. I did tell a story last week, exactly, because people don't be believing that people actually like are of the light and whatnot. It's like, how do you know what the light is? Yeah, the true reward is spiritual. It's above them all. It's above people because the mall represents ego, represents competition. People get dressed in the mall to look cool. People go to the mall to get more gear, to look more flyer than other people. But heaven's above all of that. Heaven's above all of that. Right? It's about an ego death. Heaven's above all of that. The great I am that I am is above all of that. So when I finally figured it out, I was just like, oh. That's why when people try to come to like bother me, it's like I get triggered in my emotions, yeah, but it's like I'm not gonna let it bother me because it's like heaven's above this. Heaven's above me being mad about a man needing sex so bad because his body is aching and nobody gives a fuck about him. Cause when Marvin Gaye, sexual healing, when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing, sexual. It's literally a whole song about it. So for me to sit here and act like I didn't know what he needed at the time, I was also like wanting to do it, but just not. Because I'm thinking about, well, what is everybody else going to say if I keep messing with this boy? And I know, and what is everybody else going to feel if I keep, like, I'm worried about what everybody else thinking. It's like, but at the same time, it's like, well, at the same time, he be acting like this. But I'm like, but all men act like that. Because, I mean, polyamory is normal. Monogamy is abnormal to most mammals. Only penguins and I think one other organism mates for life. So technically, I wanted to do it anyway. I did, but it's just like I didn't want to do it at that point because I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm getting better. I'm feeling like I'm dealing with less of your stress, but I'm seeing you carry it all by yourself, and I'm like, I know you don't have the tools to carry it right now. I know you don't. You don't have your own space to run away from where you at. I know you don't have those tools. I never heard the ducks made it for life. That's new to me. Yes, you can have sex when you're not having an outbreak. You can have sex while you're having an outbreak. You have sex whenever you want. So this started off with spiritually. Is it cheating if it's spiritual and not physical? I say yes, it is cheating, especially if you're sneaking about it. But if you're open about it, then it's not cheating. But sex behind the scenes, if you're not telling your other partner about it, is cheating and disrespectful, for sure. If a female duck dies and a male will die the same day. Right, and us avoiding trying to be around each other causes both of us more pain and more death than it does us sitting together. It's just when we get together, because he don't like environments where he can't be in control. In this environment, you can't necessarily always be in control because it's an apartment complex. It's not a house. Hmm. Agreed. Right, it's a natural urge. What we're getting down to in all of this was it might have been cheating for someone to go ahead out of their relationship and do something with somebody else, but soul ties, time spent, natural urges, and things like that, and the emergency of needing someone to come in and do something to cure a certain ailment. I mean, everyone's vagina doesn't offer the same energy or the same frequency. And if you've aligned yourself with someone's frequency spiritually, sometimes that person becomes your healer. You go to a certain doctor, you go to a certain dentist. You keep a lot of things in your life consistent for a reason. Okay? But I gotta go. My time is up. I want to go eat breakfast before I take my son to school. That's why men like to cheat, because they have to overlap, because they have to have a home to live in. Men, you can't just be out here butt naked. That's why, when you're breaking up with someone, usually you either go back to your family home or you have to stay with that person until they find you somebody new to be with. Because when you become certain on a certain level of spirituality, you can't just be outside by yourself, because we all know that a phallus and a vagina work hand in hand. The man's phallus lifts up the womb holds the man down. There has to be balance. So people stay in connections until they've moved on with someone else. You can't just leave your dog out in the street just because you don't want to be its owner. You have to find someone to take the dog. So as much as we're ready to leave, stuff needs to happen still. Hope y'all have a good day today. Remember, treat everybody how you want to be treated. Because people learn things quickly and they just figure out what's been going on all along. And it's like, oh, they should go fighting them demons again. I mean, it's a lady upstairs laughing, cracking up because I'm starting to use my nose. Like, I'm not fighting a demon. I'm just fighting you off. And you just mad because we actually know what the fuck you doing, trying to be funny. Y'all be thinking y'all know all this knowledge. I'm a man. I know all the occult knowledge. Like, boy. Like, I got 7 balls on my face. I know how to, like, child. Right, you probably a boy. Cool. Anyway, y'all, this is not a show and tell. This was just a sharing of energy, sharing of information, and a sharing of things that I've learned in my life. So, yeah, it's all good. That's all. I'm just here to share information. So remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember, always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. And let nobody take advantage of you, because, yeah, it's your dreams, it's your goals. Just here to share, not expose nobody. I'm not battling you. You're battling yourself at this point. I have bodyguards. I don't have to handle stuff. I got people who work for me. So I don't have to get touched. So you could go deal with them other people out there. I'm on the inside of the circle. I don't deal with that outside shit. All right. Peace, love, and hair grease, guys. I got hair to do today. Got clients. No, I'm just wrapping up. So if you want to go ahead and tap in with my music on Apple Music and all streaming platforms, y'all can go ahead and do that. Y'all know, it's your girl Euphoria, 9 A's, 1 underscore. Listen to my music. Listen to my spoken word. You can go to my Patreon and subscribe. You can also, oh, I have an album coming out on the 20th. You would charm and inspiration to my dynasty. So baby boy, won't you go and climb on top of me? Sound like an opera when you come and make my chakra sing. Be like Kalani and Cardi, you make me ring. Yeah. Anyways, cool. I don't have to battle you. I battle me. So y'all go ahead and tap in with my music, my poetry. Add me on Instagram, subscribe, add me on Facebook. You can Google me and see all the work that I've done for my community. You can purchase some capsules to do a parasite detox. You can also purchase some sea moss. I'm going to be making some sea moss gel today so I can send out orders as early as tomorrow morning. Because I don't battle, dummy. But yeah, y'all go ahead and tap in with the music and stuff. Don't nobody want to Google you. You sound bothered. Let me go ahead and get you up out of here. Because you sound like a hater. You on my line. You on my energy. Alright, we're not trying to ride your wave. So anyway, I did have the video of what you did at the Carter's house. She's look me up anywhere. I got her legs up in the air. Give me some space, give me some room. It's like a movie coming soon. But yeah, y'all go look out all the music, spoken word, rap, whatever you want to find. I've done it. Singing. There's been a few videos I've been in, people's music videos as well. Y'all can go look up the artist Kamau and go look up the song Wait a Minute. Y'all see me in the video having a good time chilling with the girls. And yeah, I've done a lot of work out here. So I'm not just a nobody. I actually am somebody. Whether you want to believe it or not. But I'm not here to be treated like a celebrity. That's why I don't lead with that. But yeah, I've been on Fox 5 News. I've done a lot, done a few interviews here and there. I'm in the DMV area, so if you're interested in ever linking or having me come do a pop-up and do an event for you guys and perform and bring some of my artist friends, let me know where you're gonna have me travel to. And yeah, this was dope. This was dope. I know we're all somebody. And that's the point that I've been making the whole entire time. We're all somebody, and we all can teach people lessons. That's the blessing. Like, everybody is an important, intricate part of the weave of the quilt that we all live in. So, play your part. And yeah, be smart. And remember, peace, love, and hair grease, and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. And like I said, you can be heard, seen, and loved on this platform, okay? Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina. I mean, I just like been in those areas. I drove down to Atlanta a few times as well, too. So I recorded my last song in Atlanta. Don't find me. Okay, all right, y'all. I gotta go. Copycat energy. I got a wolf brand on my forehead. That's what I got. I see them trying to come through now. All right, I'm getting a call. I gotta talk to y'all later. I have a job. I'm actually a hairstylist. Oh, I forgot. I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. I've been doing hair for the last 14 years. So if you also want to get your hair done and you're in the area, or if you want to travel to you, I specialize in locks. I actually just locked these 2 days ago. So these are my locks that I started on myself. If you want locks, braids, wigs, weaves, all of that, you can also hit me up on Instagram as well. Luscious Locks by Euphoria. Peace. Y'all have an even more blessed day. Peace.